What if I told you that every 3 seconds, someone in the world develops dementia? That's not just a guess or an exaggeration. It's a chilling reality. The World Health Organization reports over 10 million new cases of dementia each year, and the majority of these cases are in people over the age of 65. Now, here's the terrifying part. Many of those cases could have been delayed or even prevented if a few simple brain habits were incorporated into daily life. Imagine a life where your memory stays sharp and your mind stays clear. What if you could keep dementia at bay with just a few daily exercises? Well, the good news is you can. In this video, we're going to reveal the 5 most powerful brain exercises every senior should be doing to fight dementia and restore memory, like you're 40 again. And trust me, number 1 is the most powerful, but it's also the most ignored. You don't want to miss this, so stay with us until the very end. Because not only will we share these exercises, but we'll also reveal 5 brain-boosting foods that can keep your brain healthier for longer, with one of them even backed by Harvard researchers to delay cognitive aging by 2.5 years. So, make sure you stick around. Don't click away. Now, let's dive into the first brain exercise that could make a massive difference in your memory and cognitive function. It's called the memory lane walk, and it might sound like something simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Imagine this. You close your eyes and walk through your childhood neighborhood in your mind. Picture the street corner where you used to play, the smell of your grandmother's kitchen, and the sound of your school bell ringing. This isn't just reminiscing. This is a powerful exercise called episodic memory recall. When you mentally walk through vivid memories like this, it activates your brain in ways that are protective against cognitive decline. Studies have shown that engaging the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory, can reduce the onset of dementia by up to 33%. To do this exercise properly, set aside just 10 minutes a day. Close your eyes and try to recall an event from your past in extreme detail. Remember what you were wearing, what you could smell, what you were feeling. The more detail, the better. This exercise helps to preserve memory, boost your mood, and even rewire your brain's ability to connect memories and emotions, which are often the first areas to be attacked by dementia. Moving on to exercise number 2, we have word association, chains. It might sound like a game, but it's a science-backed tool to enhance verbal memory and associative thinking. Here's how it works. Start with one word, like apple. From there, you generate a chain of related words as quickly as possible. Apple leads to fruit, fruit leads to banana, banana leads to yellow, and so on. The trick is to keep the chain going, stretching it to 20, 30, or even 50 words in a row. What you're doing here is waking up 2 key regions of the brain, the temporal lobe and the prefrontal cortex, which are essential for language, memory, and executive function. According to a study from the University of Michigan, seniors who practiced this exercise daily improved their verbal fluency by 19% over just 6 weeks. And while that might sound like a small improvement, in the realm of dementia prevention, a 5% improvement can translate into years of sharper thinking. The goal of this exercise isn't perfection. It's about getting into a flow state, building connections between thoughts in the way your brain naturally does when it's healthy. The best part? You can do this exercise anywhere, while walking, driving, or even doing chores around the house. It's an easy and effective way to keep your brain active throughout the day. Next up is exercise number 3, the reverse clock challenge. This one might surprise you, but it's actually a really tough test that doctors often use to screen for cognitive decline. It's called the clock drawing test, and it forces your brain to activate multiple regions all at once: memory, planning, logic, and spatial awareness. But we're going to make it even harder. Instead of drawing a regular clock, try drawing one that's completely reversed. Put the numbers in the opposite direction, with 12 at the bottom and 6 at the top. Then set the hands to a specific time, like 7:45. This exercise stimulates your brain in a powerful way, activating both the posterior parietal lobe and the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, which are deeply involved in executive function and spatial orientation. Regularly doing this task can improve memory and focus, and studies show that seniors who practice it have better performance on cognitive tests. It's not about doing it perfectly. In fact, struggling through it helps the most, because that's when your brain adapts and grows stronger. Just doing this once or twice a week can make a noticeable difference in how your brain processes information. Now, let's move on to exercise number 4, the silent story builder. This exercise is incredibly effective because it quietly works your brain without needing any tools or even speaking. Here's how it works. You close your eyes and create an entirely original story in your mind. Imagine you're a pilot flying through a storm, or a chef preparing a dish for royalty. Your story should include a setting, characters, a goal, a conflict, and a resolution, all created in your head without speaking a word. What this exercise does is engage both sides of your brain, stimulate emotional processing, and challenge your working memory. According to a study from the University of California, seniors who practiced mental storytelling for just 20 minutes a day showed a 22% improvement in verbal recall and a 30% improvement in long-term memory tests. Storytelling mimics the kind of thinking we do every day when recalling events or making decisions, which is why it's so protective against dementia. Plus, it's a fun and creative way to keep your mind sharp, all while promoting emotional regulation and helping you reconnect with your identity. Finally, we've reached the most important brain exercise of all, and the one that's often overlooked: dual task brain-body sync. This is the most effective brain exercise for dementia prevention, and it's surprising how simple it is. Dual task training involves combining physical movement with a mental task. For example, you could walk slowly in a straight line while counting backward from 100 by sevens, or tap your foot in a rhythm while naming a country for each letter of the alphabet. What makes this exercise so powerful is that it recruits multiple brain regions at once, including the motor cortex, hippocampus, and prefrontal cortex. A 2022 study found that seniors who did dual task activities 3 times a week showed a 34% increase in processing speed and working memory. What's amazing is that this type of exercise simulates real-life multitasking, like cooking while talking or walking while remembering directions. These are the abilities dementia often takes away first, which is why training them now is critical. Whether you're mobile or not, you can adapt this exercise to your own fitness level. If you're mobile, you can walk while reciting a poem or doing mental math. If you're seated, you can bounce a ball while naming animals or countries. It doesn't matter how intense it is. What matters is the engagement and the multitasking your brain needs to stay sharp under pressure. Now, let's switch gears and talk about the foods that can help keep your brain in top shape. What you eat is just as important as what you do for your brain. Here are 5 brain-boosting foods that can protect your neurons and slow cognitive aging. The first one is extra virgin olive oil. This staple of the Mediterranean diet is packed with healthy fats and anti-inflammatory compounds that protect neurons and promote blood flow to the brain. Research from Spain found that seniors who consumed 4 tablespoons of olive oil daily had 40% fewer cases of cognitive decline compared to those on a standard low-fat diet. Next, we have walnuts. These brain-shaped nuts are high in omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce brain inflammation and improve signaling between brain cells. A study published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease showed that seniors who ate just 15 grams of walnuts daily had improved memory scores and verbal reasoning over the course of a year. Pumpkin seeds are another fantastic brain food. They are rich in magnesium, zinc, iron, and copper, all of which are essential for brain health. A study found that low magnesium levels are linked to an increased risk of neurological disorders, including dementia. Just a small handful of pumpkin seeds can provide these crucial nutrients for your brain. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, sardines, and trout are packed with omega-3s, which play a critical role in brain function. Seniors who ate fatty fish at least once a week had significantly larger brain volumes in the memory and decision-making regions. Lastly, blueberries are an antioxidant powerhouse that fights oxidative stress and inflammation in the brain. Studies show that eating 2 servings of blueberries per week can delay cognitive aging by up to 2.5 years. With these brain exercises and foods, you can fight back against dementia and keep your mind sharp. Your brain is worth protecting, and with just a few consistent habits and smarter food choices, you can improve your cognitive longevity. Start today and take the first step toward a clearer, healthier mind. Now, we want to hear from you. Have you or someone you love ever started noticing memory issues after 60? What was the first subtle sign that something wasn't right? Which of these brain foods do you already eat regularly? Share your experiences in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more tips on staying sharp and healthy. Thanks for watching.